Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know me, then I'm Avni Katgiri and this is my channel where we find the best versions of ourselves. So I am back with yet another episode of my series where we buy, read and give honest opinions on some viral books. And this is the second episode called Viral Book Recommendations. I was seeing these books regularly on YouTube, BookTube, Bookstagram, Instagram, and TikTok, and some of my friends recommended all these books to me. So I bought them and I read them, and here I am to give the honest opinions. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let us start with a book that is very close to my heart. It is called The Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee. This is one of the most good books I have read in a while. It also did a great job of taking me out of slump. I heard about this book everywhere and I just wanted to give it a try, and I really love feminist books, and this was the one for me. So let us start with my rating for it. I rate this book a 4 stars because I personally like to rate books on basis of characters, plot and how the ending was, because ending is way more important than what the story and the plot was for me. So I read this book 4 stars, most importantly because I had an emotional connect with the characters and I'd heard a lot about it. My expectations were extremely high when I started reading this book, and all the expectations came true. So, genre of this book is basically mythological fiction. If you guys haven't read the Mahabharat, I would recommend you guys to see or read the Mahabharat and then come up to this book. But please don't try to make any connection between both the books, because this one is a fiction story and it is written from Draupadi. So this book is basically, it is a record of the whole life of Panchali herself from Panchali's point of view. And this book not only justifies Draupadi but also very important female characters of the book, and how we all tend to ignore the injustices happening in a lot of epics. So this book was a really nice read for me, and my rating for this book was 4 stars because I connected with the characters really well. The emotional connect for me was really good. The plot was too good, and I just loved the book overall. And um, I wanted to read one more book from Chitra Banerjee. So I took up another book, which is The Forest of Enchantments. It is almost very similar to The Palace of Illusions. That one was Mahabharat. This is Ramayan. Ramayan from Sita's point of view, and this one not just has Sita's point of view, it also has many other women of the epic like Mandodari or Shurpanakha or Kaikai, and Chitra Banerjee has just justified everyone and made everyone seem good to my eyes, which is really hard. Uh, Even though my rating for this was 3.5, because I personally did not agree with certain points. Other than that, the writing was super easy to read. It was really appealing and thought provoking. So I would really recommend this book to anyone who is a beginner, but it is, again, I would repeat, this is thought provoking. So be ready to read these two books if you guys have, you guys can answer a lot of, these two books will leave you with thousand questions running in your mind, which you have to answer yourself because there's no one to answer. So these books are extremely thought provoking, and if you guys are ready to invest your brain and your mind into thinking, then please go ahead and read this book. I will move on to the next genre, which is my favorite genre, and it is crime slash thriller slash mystery. So one book series that I was everyone were telling me about this series, and it is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I bought all the three books because I don't know, the books were just so good. So I have all the three books, and my individual ratings for these books are: A Good Girl's Guide to Murder was a 4 stars for me, and Good Girl Bad Blood was a 3 star to me, and I'm yet to finish As Good as Dead. I am almost done with the book. I have just like 50 pages left, and hopefully it will be over. And if you guys want an individual review for this book, I will be posting a shot on it. So I don't know how much I'm gonna rate this book, but like now I feel it's gonna be a 5 and 5 out for me, and it's just a really good book. So let's start with individual stories. The first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So it is a Okay, so this book is about a super famous, super popular schoolgirl called Andy Bell, who one day mysteriously vanishes, and everyone is suspecting that her boyfriend Sal Singh has murdered her. And after 2 days of her disappearance, Sal Singh commits a suicide. Everyone knows, the police have confirmed that Sal Singh has murdered Andy Bell, but Pippa, 5 years later, just cannot believe it that her people from her town can do this. And now she is in high school, and she has selected this project, this crime, for her final year EPQ. And she just starts to uncover secrets that that try to ruin her life, but the ending was just really good. um, In the second book, the first after solving the first murder mystery case, Pippa decides that she will never ever investigate another murder in her life. So she starts a true crime podcast where she is talking about her first crime case. Now she has promised herself that she's not gonna solve any other murder case in her life, because the first case that she solved has spoiled her life, turned her life upside down. So she has promised herself, and after a few months, one of her very close friends' sibling goes missing, and now she's forced to take action because the police are doing nothing, and she needs to work on it. So she starts the investigation, and things go spiral, and she solves the case. But the ending, like this book's ending, just broke me. Though the I find more cons in this book, because maybe I didn't read this book in a single stretch. That's why I read this book like three chapters every day, and I finished it in a week. For some reason, I did not connect to the characters like in the first book. I don't know. I just didn't feel good about the case, and there were just too many weird things happening in this book, and I was just not ready for it. So this book is a 3 star for me. The fourth book I am still reading, and I'm probably gonna finish it very very soon, and be uploading a short about this book recommendation. Alright, now the next book, Silent Patient. Now I heard about this book everywhere. Everywhere, like any bookstore I went, I saw this book. I opened Amazon, I searched books, this is the first book I see. On Kindle, I see this recommendation. So I was just really very, curious to read this book. So the story goes like, there's this big couple who live together, and they're very happy with each other. But one random day, our main character, Alicia, shoots her husband 5 times in the head, and she goes silent for the rest of her life. Now comes our main character, and now we have this weird psychotherapist who is obsessed with making her talk. The book says only she knows what happened, only I can make her speak. That made me pick up this book. Uh, Now, I find this book, I'm very scared to talk about this book, because I know people are just like crazy about this book. This book has its own fan base, and unfortunately, I do not like this book. like the ending was just not it for me. Like, I know people say that after reading this book they could not sleep in their own bed and stuff, but I just did not, like, it did not make sense. For some reason in psychological thrillers, if, like, I don't want to give any spoilers, but if the timelines are connected in murder mystery books or anything for that psychological thrillers, I just don't find the ending very nice, and I don't feel the ending so much. So, as I said, the ending is the most important for me in the book. More than the plot, the ending is really important for me, because in a murder mystery book, in a crime book, I just need that closure for me to forget the characters and move on. And this was just not it for me. But if you're ready for psychological thrillers that may twist your mind a little, you can go for it. My rating for it was 2 stars. Okay, to my second favorite genre, which is fantasy. Now, the book over here is The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I don't know why this book is so underrated. Like, this book, like, if a book is capable of getting me out of a slump, it is just everything I need. This book is completely child appropriate. I think the rating for this on Google is 11 plus or something, and it is just too good. So, it is about this, it's like a witch, magic, and slumps kind of a fantasy, which is really good. So we have this village just next to a forest, and the people in this town think that there is a witch who lives in the forest, and she wants a sacrifice. Like, she wants one baby to be sacrificed every year and kept in the forest. And they believe that the witch takes the babies and she eats them. But the witch is a good one. She rescues the babies from the village and she drops these children to the other side of the forest, where they are welcomed by very good families. Now, one day, our witch, she picks up the child from protectorate, and while going, the child feels very hungry. So she feeds the child moonlight instead of starlight. And if someone is interested in reading like fantasy, you guys will know that moonlight has magic, and hence the ordinary baby just got extraordinary powers. And she couldn't give this child to a normal family because they couldn't do the proper upbringing, and they didn't know how powerful this girl would grow up to be. So then our witch decides to let the child grow as her own. She decides to bring up the child as her own, and she names her Luna. But when Luna's 13th birthday approaches, her magic starts to show, and they come with some consequences. So it's just a really nice story, and there was this POV switch between Protectorate and Zan and Luna, so I just really like that POV switch. So that was it for this video. If you guys want more such videos, or if you guys have any personal recommendation of books, please put in the comment down below. If you guys have ideas for new videos, put down in the comment, so that we all build a nice community down there. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I will be back with another video this Sunday. Bye.